I think a lot of people do this thing where they will assume that the things that piss them off also piss you off. And so they'll just try to do it back to you instead of, I talk about this shit all the time. Probably just be direct and use your fucking words because I'm not going to get that. Generally speaking, I don't do things to other people that piss me off. And so like their thought process will be like, oh, well, I'm going to give him a taste of his own medicine. And I'm like, well, I like the taste of my own medicine, you fucking idiot, because I'm already thinking about, like, my empathy, my version of empathy, like, clearly, right? And so I don't know that the shit is pissing you off until you tell me that the shit is pissing you off, especially when it's something that logically doesn't make sense to piss you off. For example, when I was younger, I used to, just be open about stuff I didn't like. If someone's like, oh, I like this game, I would be like, oh, I don't like that game, if I didn't like the game. I didn't realize that pisses people off, and it doesn't really make sense to piss you off. Because, like, who cares? I just think people are pretty simple-minded and are like, oh, well, if you don't like something, that means you think it's bad from an objective standpoint. Not really. If I say, like, I don't like Hollow Knight or something, that just means I don't really fuck with Hollow Knight, right? I recognize some people like Metroidvanias because they enjoy the feeling of exploration and shit. To me, it's just walking around a big-ass map, and I don't know how to make any goddamn progress. It's annoying to me, but I can understand why someone else might find it fun, and so, like, it's not a intentional slight on you or anything, but a lot of people will take it that way because they're, I don't know, weak-minded and insecure. They're like, no, you're supposed to pretend like you like the things that I like. Otherwise, you're insulting me. And so they would do the same shit to me, and I would just kind of like be okay with it, and they're like weirded out by this. And that's what's funny is like they will move the goalpost continuously, and then whenever like eventually they are just being mean, like they'll just walk up to you and be like, fucking, you look stupid. And you're like, hey, that's mean. And they're like, I thought you didn't care about stuff like that. Dude, I am not walking up to you and saying you look stupid. I'm saying something totally fucking different, like contextually. You are so unsensitive to context that maybe like they're the same thing in your brain because you're dumb as fuck. like maybe you are literally incapable of complex thought whatsoever, but those two things are not the same thing, you fucking monkey. One thing is one thing and another thing is a totally different thing. I've spoken on like perceived contradictions already. Maybe I don't know. I don't record these in order. But like holy shit, I don't understand why people are like this. That shit is not a contradiction. You are stupid. You're not even giving me a taste of my own medicine. You're giving me a taste of your medicine, and that does taste like shit because you're a shitty person. You fucking douche. Another good example I remember, this is like a very specific example. I had a friend, me and one friend were talking about something, and then I don't think we even knew he was there. He asked like, oh, so what's going on? And we were like, oh, sorry, like long story. Like we can't really talk about it here. And he gets like really offended. And so he tries to do that to us. Fast forward like a couple weeks, he does the same thing to us. And then neither of us really give a shit. And he's like, yeah, see, isn't it annoying as fuck when people do that? I'm like, no, not really. I don't know if you know this, I'm not you. Your emotions are not necessarily going to reflect mine, you fucking idiot. We're not the same person, so shit that bothers you might not bother me. Just tell me it annoys you and then it won't happen again. If you're gonna try to like do some passive aggressive shit where you're like, I'll do this shit. I'm not you, you fucking unempathetic moron. Dude, die in a fire. You are so stupid.